my fellow humans. As for today, I will show you how to become this. As I will show you through a so-called video tutorial in which we have moving images and you hear the sounds that the images used to make. I will explain to you through that how I became this, how I made this creation, so you can recreate it yourself. If you do like this so-called video tutorial, there is a button below, and if you activate the button, you'll let me know that you like it. It is called a like button. If you really like it, there is also a subscribe button. This button activates you and it makes you follow me in a kind of way, and it'll let you know when I did something new, a new video tutorial. And if you wish to speak to me virtually, you can leave a comment below. I hope you liked this tutorial, and let's get started. So far goes my THOR accent, I guess. I had no idea where I was going with this, but yeah. Hope you enjoy! Starting off with some contouring to give my face some more contrast, to make it look a bit more like a comic character, because they have a lot of contrast in their face, a lot of shadows and highlights. So just pop in your highlights where you normally would. I'm doing this at the center of my face. Just a bit on my forehead, my nose and my chin. And a bit above my eyes, because my eyes are a bit sunken in. And when you highlight, you gotta do some contouring. So do your contouring like you normally would. I'm doing this at the sides of my nose, underneath my cheeks, at the temples of my forehead. Just basically where I would normally do it, and I'm just playing around with some lighter and darker colors. Don't forget to do your jawline. If you have a massive double chin, this really helps create that nice and sharp look. And if you want, you can also bring it down towards your neck and chest area, because these are also going to be visible. Doing some contouring on my cheeks. Cheeky. Sides of my nose, stuff like that. And blend that shit out using a beauty blender, but do not blend it entirely like you normally would. I'm blending it, but I'm not blending it so that it looks soft or natural, because you're supposed to look like a comic book character, and lines in between the highlights and shadows are pretty much harsh, or at least harsher than your real life face, so don't blend it out entirely. You gotta see the contrast on your face really good. See, that looks better. That looks more comic book-like, and that will definitely help you look more comic-like, actually. Using a tiny detailing brush and some black face paint, I'm outlining my brows to make them look more defined and more drawn on. This is one of the looks that you can actually get away with drawn on eyebrows. I'm also drawing lines at the sides of my nose and in between my brows. Just to make it look more cartoony, just as in the pop art videos, but this time it's just only comic style. Adding some extra shadows on my forehead or at the temples of my face, at the sides of your face, at your cheeks, to give yourself some drawn on cheekbones and some contouring. And again, your jawline to make that look more sharp. If you want, you can give yourself some dimples. Just add up some more black around your entire face to make yourself look more like a drawn character, to give yourself more of some shadows or some dirtiness. And I'm also using this black face paint to outline my eyes. And don't forget your neck and chest area, because these are visible as well. Eyeliner. Use it to line your eyes, because that is pretty much its purpose. I'm outlining my bottom line and just my regular lash line. If you want, you can also draw on some false lashes to give your eyes more of a bigger effect. And I'm also drawing in my crease to make it look more cartoony and give my eyes some depth. Fill in your eyebrows if needed to make them look more darker or just more in contrast with the rest of your face. Smexy. And I'm filling my eyelids with some white face paint. You can also use a cream eyeshadow or a regular eyeshadow. Just make sure to pat it on and not swipe it on, because you'll end up swiping off your black face paint that you did before, and that will be a shame. Now that I look naked because I pulled down my top, I'm not naked by the way, I can finally get my capey on. So I'm just getting some red face paint and a foundation brush, and I'm drawing the sides of the cape that is connected to the dress that I'm going to paint on later. But just paint the cape at the sides of your shoulders, and you can bring it down a little to make it look more realistic. Why not paint your hand red? Why not? Because you can. I saw that in some pictures of the female Thor she was wearing some gloves or some extra accessories, so I decided to paint my hand red. If you're a bit smarter than me, you should probably do this at the end of your makeup, because the red face paint will smear everywhere that you touch. So be careful with that. Look at that, it's a red glove for the extra smaxiness. Okay, so now we're going to draw her dress, or her armor actually, and for this I'm using a very watered down black face paint. First to outline my dress and later then to fill it in. And then later I'm going over top of it with a grey face paint. This makes it look more like actual armor, gives it some more depth and makes it look darker. It's the easiest to use a reference photo if you don't know what Thor looks like for sure, or female Thor. Yeah, this makes the whole process a lot easier to do. Now if you want to do some boob contouring, you can just throw in some lines at the center of your dress and just blend that out a little to give yourself some cartoony boobs. And I'm using some dark grey or even black eyeshadow to shade my armor, give it some more dimension, a bit more of shadow and a bit more of highlight, and it makes it look a bit more realistic. If you want, you can do the same for the black lines in your neck and chest area. I'm using some brown eyeshadow to give it some more dimension. Now I've seen female Thor rocking some black lipstick, so if you like you can put it on. You can also stay with your natural lips, but since I'm going off the picture I'm filling them in with black lipstick. Okay, so using some paper and spraying that and drawing on that and etc, I created my little Thor headpiece, and I'm just gonna put that on for the final touch. It really pulls the look together, and I also put on some false lashes to also finish the look and make her look more feminine. Ta-da! Paper is probably the cheapest way to go and the easiest way to make a headpiece, and I really loved how it turned out and brought the look together. And it's just really simple to make. I mean, I can't craft anything, but if I can even make this, you probably can as well. And that is everything you have to do for the female Thor look. I hope you really liked it, and if you recreate it, let me know, because I'm really curious to see. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!